Welcome to Good Morning La La Land. I'm Dr. Erin.
I'm Rob Mack.
And it is Monday on Good Morning La La Land, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you today through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now also available on Apple TV and Roku. It is Monday vibes all over today. Woo!
Monday motivation. So the question of the day today is what you need to give up or let go in order to have more freedom. Great question. And we have so many guests in the house. I'm completely motivated knowing that true motivation, inspiration always comes from within. But these people, I guarantee, will motivate you.
Yes.
Woo.
Welcome to Monday, huh?
Mm-hmm. Welcome to Monday. I've got a case of it. So I'm so glad that we're celebrating with this very motivational panel of guests. Good morning back there, Dimitri. He is a world-renowned celebrity photographer. Hello. We are about to have a taste and a toast with some sparkling wine. Thank you, Anish. Very excited to have you here. Roger, you're as handsome as your father. Good morning. We heard you've got a hot performance on July 3rd in Huntington Beach. We can't wait to hear more about it. And of course, the two most lovely women in the house today.
Absolutely.
Gretchen and Megan from the Sand Spa. Thank you guys so much for being here. Hello? Are you there?
Hello.
It's Monday.
It's Monday, that's right.
Waking up.
I'm like, oh, can they hear me in the back studio? Oh, so funny. So here on Good Morning La La Land, we like to know, how do you start your day? What's your morning routine like? Ladies, obviously, I'd love to start with you.
We always start our day with a workout and a big, tall glass of coffee.
Yes, we love to start our day with a workout, and it just gets our mind ready, get some stress out, and then we're on to the grind.
That's right.
Roger, what about you?
Gotta have my morning cup of coffee.
Hey.
After coffee, I like to do some dancing. That's how I get the creative juices flowing. Just
Ooh.
dancing. Oh,
What song are you dancing to today? What was your Monday groove?
Oh, my Monday groove right now, it was I Like It Like That by Cardi B.
I love that. I love that. Anish, how do you get it turned up on a Monday morning?
I meditate every morning, 30 minutes. I need to do it.
Oh.
Nice, smart man.
Turn it down, but turn it up, right?
Yeah.
Dimitri, what about you? What's your morning routine?
Just like everyone else, coffee. But I just got turned on to Turkish coffee, and that'll get you woke.
And keep you woke.
Yeah, keep you woke. I also like to do a lot of stretching in the morning, just to kind of just, get all the kinks out, start the day off really nice, and just hear myself breathe. It's a nice way to start it off.
We like to start in gratitude, and today I'm grateful for all of you. Thank you for being here, sharing your time and talent with us. We're excited to talk to you more later in the show.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So I hear there's some big news, not as a sports fan, because I had no idea about any sports whatsoever, but I hear there's some pretty big news
About
in
to
this
become
town.
a sports fan. LeBron James.
Let's talk about
part of
that.
the Lakers,
You
yeah.
got to give me the update on this, because I really, honestly, it's not my gig. I don't know anything
so
about
LeBron
it.
James is one of the greatest basketball players in the world, basically. Maybe the best, right? And so he, was with the Heat, and then he was with the Cavs, and then he was with the Heat, and he was back with the Cavs, and now he's out here in LA. So Lakers fans are super excited. Even people that aren't Lakers fans are suddenly Lakers fans.
So is that like cheating? Like, do they consider it? Because if you go and you're like part of a whole community, and then you go to is that kind of
Aaron,
cheating,
when the
or what?
price is right, you can go just about anywhere. He signed a 4-year contract for $154 million.
Chump change.
He's a billionaire now.
$154 million. It was so funny. I was at this party yesterday, and all of a sudden people were like erupting and high fives and like jumping up and down. I was like, what just happened? And everybody was like, we got LeBron. It was so funny. They're like, because they're so excited. Their tickets now are worth so much more money.
That's right.
La La Land couldn't be more excited to have LeBron in the family.
So between the soccer and the LA, that news, I mean, every time I'm at any restaurant, there's like literally screaming in the back. I'm like, what's going on? There's like a crazy person inside. And they're like, oh yeah, the World Cup's on. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah.
You watch. LeBron's gonna get you excited about basketball.
Well, let's do it.
Yeah, I saw a post, I think it was Chrissy Teigen. She said, welcome to LA, because all celebrities have been basically like celebrating LeBron coming, and they're posting like welcome notes basically like on Twitter and Instagram. And Chrissy Teigen said something like, welcome to LA, like the land of like, I forget what it was, like Rose Fridays or something like that, like laser facial Mondays, and like running into people you don't want to see or people that you don't like at Soho House, like every other day of the week.
That's hilarious.
True.
You know what's so funny? I actually ran into Chrissy Teigen at Soho.
She's real.
I hope she doesn't quantify me as one of those she doesn't want to see, because I seem to follow her unintentionally all over town. So it's super funny. How was your weekend, Erin?
I went to Santa Barbara. I had a great weekend. I went and visited my dear friend Jenny Strait from high school, and it's really great because she house sits all over. Because she should be like the mayor of Santa Barbara. She's the most personable person ever. So she always calls her, okay, come on up, you know. So we went out. There's these 2 dogs in this lovely house, and I literally went for walks on the beach. We went to core yoga. But I have to just say, okay, so my friend goes, come on down and let's go. You know, let's all go to core yoga. So Jenny and I wake up early and we're going to go into core yoga, and I didn't know it's hot yoga, which is fine. I love hot yoga, but you got to let a girl know, because you're like usually have plans right after the yoga. Yeah, not so much. You need the extra, you know, hour and a half.
Hair wash.
Yeah, it's like commitment to go to do hot yoga. You know, it's a 3-hour stint. By the time you go somewhere, do it, come home, I'm like, this is cool, but I'm going to stick with working out with Ryan in the park in the afternoon.
The only time I did like hot yoga, I needed 3 showers because the first 2 didn't take. Like literally, I'm still drenched. Like an hour and a half later, I'm like, wow, this is unbelievable. Still sweating.
How about you guys?
Oh
what did you do for the weekend?
It was a beach weekend for me. I was at the beach all weekend.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Nice.
It was awesome.
I soaked it up in the sun too. I'm making it a point this summer to go to the beach at least one day, Saturday or Sunday, every single weekend. It's so good for my soul. It reminds me of home. I grew up with a cottage on Lake Michigan, so me just being close to the water like speaks to the inner child, especially around 4th of July. So I had a great, beautiful dinner at Nobu, which is one of the most incredible sushi restaurants.
The one in Malibu?
Yeah,
serious.
The one in Malibu, and stopped by Soho, and then I went to this incredible pool party yesterday. It was insane. So I talk about Nacho Aramani like all the time because he's one of my favorite percussionists and a sound healer. He's a shaman, incredible. He just so happens to be at the pool party, and I look over and I see like this shamanistic man just drenching himself in a hose, and I was like, Nacho? Where am I? So then I was like, he's like, get ready for it. He like gets in the pool with this huge hung drum, right? There's only like a few thousand of them in the entire world, and he just starts water drumming on this thing. It was so cool.
It's so LALALAND. That's so
LALALAND,
right?
I know.
Sound baths at the pool party, you know?
Yeah. And then after post sound bath, it was all LeBron. I had a very LALALAnd weekend.
So hilarious. So what are you guys gonna do for the 4th?
That's a great question. I'll probably hide like I always do. I don't know. What are you gonna? You have plans?
I don't. I mean, I honestly don't. And I usually never do for the 4th. It's like one of those
What did you do
things.
as a kid for the 4th of July, Erin?
Oh my gosh. So yeah, because I was like talking about earlier, like what I do. Okay, so as you guys know, I grew up in kind of like a pseudo hippie commune on the hills of Santa Barbara. And 4th of July was hilarious because for the parents that left over 60s, you know, I was born in the 70s, and it was like any chance to party. So they'd have these like an old fire truck, all the adults would get in all this like, you know, paint our faces, all this stuff, and we'd go through the hippie commune, and then Jane Fonda's ranch was right next to it. So we'd take like the parade would go through Jane Fonda's ranch, and then we'd go to this like hilltop thing, and literally they would light a cannon and like shoot cannons across.
Wow.
And it was really cool until the parents would all get so drunk, and we'd be like, okay, we're ready to go home now. It's been like, you know, it's getting dark, and it's, you know, they'd be like on drugs, who knows what they were doing, you know. So it was a really colorful 4th of July.
Wow.
Yes.
That just beats my 4th of July of all. I mean, I've never had a 4th of July like that.
Did
It
you
wasn't
like
a dull- it
play
wasn't a
the
dull
basketball
childhood.
tournaments or something on the 4th of July, Ron?
No, I don't like. I'm like a child inside. I'm basically like a child. I don't like loud noises, like really loud noises.
Really?
So fireworks, I'm not really love those. Like I like looking at them, but I don't want to hear it.
You're like a
so I like
dog.
turn on the TV, but like turn off the sound. Yeah, I'm kind of like a dog. Yeah,
Y'all get
thanks.
freaked out. Freaked out.
What did you do?
Well, every year there was a parade in my hometown of Granville, Michigan, and I thought I was the star of the show. I'm sure no one's surprised. So I would decorate my bike, and all the kids were, you know, welcome to decorate their bikes and then ride in the parade. And so I would I'd get a new bikini very roughly every year. Great, I stopped at around 10, okay? But for most of my childhood,
She still does that, okay?
I still do this. And I had a basket full of candy, and I'd throw the candy in my bike, and then my mom would meet me halfway and give me water, and oh boy, it was
That's pretty cool.
something
It was a
to
scene.
see.
Yeah.
It was a
I
scene.
took myself very seriously.
So let's talk about Monday motivation. We have, you know, wisdom of the day, and today, because 4th of July, I thought it was really important to talk about freedom, right? So, great question of the day is what you need to give up or what you need to let go in order to have freedom, because we know that, you know, we're endowed with free will, right? We can use the energy to bound ourselves or have freedom to go skin our knee on the jungle gym or swing on the, swing at the jungle gym. It's all the same use of energy, just whether you use it for good or for, your insanity, whichever. So the question is that, so what do you guys need to give up to have more freedom in your life?
I don't know. I feel like I have complete freedom, to be honest with you. I do. I would say that historically it's been just giving up unhappiness. Anything that makes me feel unhappy.
I love that. That narrative, get rid of that old story.
You know what I mean? I don't know. What about you, Jess?
Expectations I have on myself.
It's a big one.
Be real. Like,
right.
where am I at this point in my life, and what do I have, or what do I don't have, and releasing the expectations I set on my life and the boundaries that those create, and just embracing whatever it is my destiny.
I love that.
For sure.
Expectations for self, and I'd also say expectations for others in the world, right?
Yeah,
That's huge. That's huge.
No more expectations.
Yeah.
It's so true. But we go through a lot. Sometimes I think for me, I have to give up the excuse of not working out. Like that would be one, to have more freedom, have more energy. That would be more freedom for me. I just am so intrigued by our country had to go through war for freedom, right? So it's all a relative for what you have to give up and what you need to release. So I think it's a good conversation for the week, because we are, we have freedom right now, and we need to keep earning that, right? So what do we need to do within our own personal lives and as a culture and so on and so forth? So I think we should dive deep.
Are we diving deep today?
Yes, and invite you to be a part of the conversation. So leave us a comment, slide us into our DMs, let us know, because we want to continue the conversation about this offline.
That's right. So let's take a little break and have some inspirational, motivational interviews with some important people in the back. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Hello, Los Angeles. I am your host and producer, Alex Worley, filming inside Focus TV's West Hollywood studio. Welcome to Empowerista, a show dedicated to highlighting female trailblazers and empowering you to turn your barriers into breakthroughs.
Hey guys, I'm Amy Paffrath.
And I'm Justin Walter.
And this is What's Good, the show that's dedicated to positive, uplifting news from all over the world.
We are live
from Los Angeles. Welcome to Good Morning LaLaLand. I'm Dr. Erin.
Hi, I'm Rob Mack.
And I'm Jez Moyer. This is Good Morning LaLaLand, America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now also available on Apple TV and Roku. It's going to be a Good Morning LaLaLand.
Welcome to the very first episode of Sadie Says. I'm your host, Natalie Sadie. Welcome, Daniel Hall. First episode.
I didn't even realize it was your first episode.
Hi, welcome to Dr. Erin Show. It's been a while since we've been here, and I'm so excited because we're going to be talking about discovering your purpose and calling, and I have Elle Russ in the house. Thank you so much for coming all the way down here today.
Hi everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Tara Tenner, and this is the Model Mama Show. I'm so excited about our guest today. We have Chelsea Cannell-Briggs, who this is literally a blast from the past, you guys.
It's true.
We haven't seen each other since we worked together at Fox Sports.
Hello and welcome back to the show. I am excited and delighted because we have an amazing guest. So thank you, Janie, for joining us.
It's my pleasure. Thank you for having me. I'm a fan of both of you.
I'm Jez Moyer, and this is LA Unscripted, and I'd love to welcome to my show Mr. Jacques Silverstein. Thank you so much for being here.
It's my great pleasure to be with you.
This is somebody who went from super nerd to supermodel, so I'm so excited. Let's talk to Anna.
Yes.
Anna, you were the winner of our very first Viva Glam model search.
Yeah, you guys were actually my very first photo shoot.
Hi everyone, and welcome to Reshape. I'm Allie Landry, and I am so thrilled to have our next guest. So I am so grateful that you are here with us at Reshape today.
thank you, Ali. I'm so happy to see you. And you couldn't look more gorgeous if you tried.
Today's guest is best known for being the fitness guru on 6 seasons of The Biggest Loser. He's a New York Times best-selling author. Dolvet. Dolvet, we don't even say Quince anymore. It's just Dolvet. It's like
one name.
Dolvet.
You are tuning in to Slay with Rachel McCourt, and I have a fabulous guest. In studio with me is Liza Glukoff. She's just been named executive producer of programming at Awesomeness TV. We have perfect lighting. We've got some Spa Girl vodka in case we get a little crazy.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Millennial Life. I'm your host, Laura Odegaard, and today we are joined by the very beautiful former Miss California and now a TV host, Natasha Martinez. I'm so happy that you're here.
I'm so excited to be here. Thanks for having me.
Of course.
Hello and welcome to The Joe Show. I'm Josephine, and here on our couch today is none other than the heartthrob of Shahs of Sunset, Shervin.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for coming in today.
Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ren Wood Show. I am so excited for my guests today. I have the beautiful Bianca Hayes. Thank you so much for being here, Bianca. Give me a hug.
For this episode of Purpose, I'm your host, Brittany Zonker. I'll see you next time.
Hola, yo soy Gina Moreno y soy una reportera aquí en Los Ángeles. Para mí, mi pasión es para decir las historias de las personas que han luchado lo imposible. Todas las entrevistas aquí en Focus TV. Hi, I'm Gina Moreno, a reporter here in Los Angeles, and my passion is to tell people's stories, the stories of people who have accomplished the impossible. For all the interviews, make sure to watch Focus TV.
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LALALAND. We are so excited because we have Roger Neal in the house. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
Singer,
having me.
songwriter extraordinaire. How are you?
Thank you for having me on the show. I'm excited to be here.
Oh, absolutely. You know, your father is a great friend of ours here at the studio, and he made the introduction and said, you know what, my son is up to some incredible things.
We checked out your video and we're like, whoa, because you know, we're like, okay, whatever, he's promoting his son, like, no, and they were like, oh, this is like, he's like really a serious deal, like,
triple threat.
Right?
I try, you know, but yeah, I mean, performing and creating is like the thing that I live for. I live and breathe it every single day. So right when I get up, like I said in the morning, I dance. And then till the time I go to bed, I'm just making music and just singing all day.
Is that what the 6-year-old self really wanted?
Oh, 100%. More like 4-year-old self. When I was 4 years old, wanted to sing my whole life, and then I was always dancing around the house. My mom was like, you know what? I actually think he really is talented. So he might, you know, we might want to invest in him and just actually continue his growth in that. So yeah, they've been very supportive.
What an incredible investment. Take a look at this video. Tell us a little bit about what we're seeing.
So this is a music video that I shot not too long ago. It's called So Bad, and basically it only took us, we did that in one night.
One night?
Yeah, we did that in one night. So that was only like 4 hours, like a 4-hour shoot. We did something towards sunset for solo shots, and then the group shots, we went downtown LA. And we just hammered it out with all the dancers.
You can really dance.
Thank you.
Right, you
well,
really can.
My idol is Michael Jackson, so I gotta try to do him right.
You're channeling it with that jacket a little bit there too.
I'm old school with like the great days of MTV, and I think the music videos are as important as the song itself. Dance is everything.
Oh my gosh.
100%. You gotta have the full package. You know, music videos are kind of like our mini movies in a way. So we gotta try to, you know, push the envelope every time we can.
And you're taking this full package on a national tour.
I am, yes.
What? Tell us about it.
So the national tour, that's coming up, we're thinking about next year, early in the year. I just got signed to a label, so I can't say what label yet.
Wow.
Congratulations.
That's amazing.
Thank you. Can't say what label just yet, contractual reasons and everything. But yeah, I mean, I'm super happy. I'm super blessed and thankful to be in this position. And I've got a show coming up, July 3rd, Huntington Beach Pier, 6:30 to 8 p.m. And I'm co-headlining, so I'm doing like a 2-hour show. So
congratulations, congratulations. So what advice would you give to people out there that have a passion for music and dance?
Keep doing what you're doing. Every platform.
Don't stop. Get it.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Every platform that we have. Oh no. Do your thing. I'm right there with you. But yeah, every platform that we have, whether it is Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, we have the platforms to put ourselves out there, make the best of it, and just do what you do. Because kids nowadays, they're putting on like that. They have a hit single in one night, 24-hour success. So if they can do it, you can do it. That's what I would say. Just to
But you know, it might appear overnight, but you have put in the work since you were 4 years old.
Yeah.
You're ready for it.
Oh, 100%. At least as ready as I'm gonna be.
What was the hardest part of the journey for you so far? Was there a particular challenge?
Hardest part is just letting the process happen.
Yeah.
Just letting it just unfold by itself. Because as a creative, you just want everything to happen so fast. I want it tomorrow, I want it next week. But in reality, you know, when that settles in, it's like, no, it's gonna take a little bit longer. So you just gotta trust the process and just do your due diligence.
So I have to ask you the question of the day, because we might not have time with all the guests at the end. What is it that you feel like you need to give up or let go of to freedom for yourself?
I think I gotta give up control. I think that the main thing as an artist,
it's tough.
Yeah. It's a tough thing. We like to be in control of everything when it comes down to the image, when it comes down to sonically the music, to the dance moves, to the visuals, everything. So I would say that's the first thing that I have to not give full control of, because you know I'm a control freak.
You know, give direction.
Of course.
Overly manage.
You'll control what you control.
Exactly.
For sure.
But I also gotta let the team do their thing. You know.
Yeah.
How do you do that? How do you let go of control? Is there some process that you have? Do you put trust in something else?
You know what it is? Meditation. That's all it is. Meditation and having complete focus and trust in the people that are in my circle. I'm very selective about who's in my inner circle, so just trusting them.
How do you select those people? How do you know when there's somebody who you want in your inner circle, or what are the red flags to say, not so much?
I would say the red flags is, you know, who wasn't with you at day one, you know, who wasn't supporting you from the time that you were like, this is what I want to do, you know, are you with me, are you supporting me, are you not, like, are you like supporting my choices? If they're not, then they're not the ones for you.
But with newfound success, a lot of times more people want to be closer to you.
Very true.
Right? They see all the glory that you are obviously in, and they want a piece of that pie.
100%.
So who do you let in?
When it comes to that situation, you got to go off of character. You got to go off of feeling. I always say the inner person inside of you knows exactly what's happening. You know, everything's a feeling. You can feel when somebody's genuine, when someone's fake. So, yeah, I mean, I would just say that.
I can feel you. You seem very, very genuine.
Well, I feel in your music and your dance. I mean, it's amazing. I think, you know, one of the things that I love most about music and about dance and just performance arts in general is that it makes you feel something differently. And I think it makes you feel something differently most powerfully when the person performing feels. And when I watch your video, I can even when the sound's off, you can feel how deeply passionate you are about what you love to do. You know, about the dance and music.
Yeah, dancing is my go-to thing. That's my number one thing. I remember the first time I saw Michael Jackson, Motown 25, changed my life. I didn't turn back from that day. I was like, that's what I want to do for the rest of my life. And just the passion that he had, you know, he always said, you got to bind your soul to your work. Wow. Even when you're gone, people have to see your soul live on through that.
I love that.
So well said. So people can come see your show on July 3rd in Huntington Beach at the Pier. Where can they follow you?
So follow me on Instagram, Roger Neal Official, on Twitter, Platinum Method, and then on Facebook, Roger Neal. I also got SoundCloud, Roger Neal Official as well. That's it.
Nice.
Love it.
Amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Have an incredible national tour, and congratulations on the new label.
Congratulations.
Right. Thank you guys for having me.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more in Good Morning La La Land. It was a busy week here at Focus TV Studios West Hollywood with some great new shows, amazing episodes, and a few of my favorite guests. This was This Week in Focus. Filming this week at Focus was Monetize with special guest and musical talent John Ferreter. We shot Reshape with Ali Landry with some very special guests, including Mr. Light Watkins. On the Model Mama with host Tara Turner, we had event planner extraordinaire Miss Pamela Roku. And this week on LA Unscripted was Jacques Silberstein, an incredible artist and amazing photographer. As I mentioned up top, we have some amazing new shows in the lineup, including The Ren Wood Show, featuring Laura Odegaard, the host of Focus TV's Millennial Life. And I was so excited for our new show, Model Talks, with special guest Anna Katerina. We shot City of Angels with special guest Lauren Roxborough. And I'm absolutely obsessed with our new show here at Focus, Purpose, hosted by Brittany Zonaker. This week she had a very special guest, Venus Moore. And Vida Yardini is hosting her new show, Sessions, and interviewed our very own associate producer, Ms. Victoria Simone. And it was a busy week here in La La Land. On Good Morning La La Land, we had special guest Tosca Musk, the creator of Passion Flicks, and the very first ever female NBA scout, Ms. Bonnie Jill Laughlin. And the star of The Bay, Christos Andrews. And Cherie J. Wilson celebrated the 25th anniversary of Walker, Texas Ranger. And sharing all of her Asian beauty secrets and wisdom was the creator of Pure Elise, Jen Yen. And of course, we rocked it out with Kaylee Shore. And we are always having fun filming here at Focus TV. Let's take a look.
Okay. I said Dr. Bishop. I'm just having fun. This is so hard. What else do I need to do? Oh. That's my life. That's too much talking. Do I just talk again? That was so hard. Thank you.
I'm Joseph Moyer, and we are #community powered here at the Focus TV Studios, West Hollywood. Stay tuned for more on Focus TV.
We are back with Gretch and Megan from the Sand Spa and the DTM Life. How are you guys?
We're good. How are you? Thanks for having us.
First, I have to ask you, what is the DTM Life?
So DTM stands for doing the most.
Constantly,
that's right. So we're constantly in motion. We're constantly evolving. We're trying to grow our brand, grow ourselves, grow
Living
spiritually.
Our best lives. Yes.
I love
constantly doing.
We're doing the most.
I have to admit, I was very inspired and motivated by your Instagram, and I have to say that because you guys are kissing on there. Like, it's so cool that we live in a time where we get to be fully expressed.
Sure.
And I'm a full believer that we should be able to love whoever the hell we want to love, and without any excuses, and it's so beautiful. Really, really inspiring.
Thank you. And I love that you work together too. I mean, how do you navigate that? Because building a relationship is one thing successfully. Building a business partnership is completely the other. And to intertwine those two.
Yeah.
Whoo! You've got some secrets.
It's not always easy.
No.
We can always lead with that. Just like with anything, any working relationship, you have to kind of navigate those waters and figure out what works best for each one of us individually and then us together as a unit. But one thing that we constantly do is we look forward together. So we have some
our goals are always aligned. We are big believers in writing down our goals and making sure we're on the same page, and we always make time for ourselves. So as busy as our week gets, we try to work out together, we try to go on dates, and that really does kind of keep us grounded in our relationship and then keep a good work-life balance.
So tell us a little bit about the Sand Spa and whose idea was this? Where did this idea come from?
So it's funny that we've never characterized ourselves as necessarily spa people per se, but now we are very, very much spa people. It came from just an organic idea of us kind of working in the industry and feeling like it needed a fresh set of eyes. We needed someone to come in there and kind of shake things up. Things were always done, the same way, and we wanted to give people in our community and really people everywhere accessibility to something that has been looked at as this big expensive thing. You have to go to the spa and you go 1 day a year, you go on your birthday, you go as a treat, and it's this long thing. I mean, you can elaborate a little.
Affordable luxury day spa is our tagline. Self-care starts here, and we firmly believe that wellness and taking care of yourself is so important. And it does, it enlightens you, it empowers you. When you feel good about yourself, you're going to be the best version of yourself.
It's incredible to have a one-stop place for self-care, right? And self-care isn't a luxury, and that's something I've been trying to figure out, like, how do I balance that and then really invest in that? Because the only way we're going to have a DTM life is if we take care of ourselves, right?
Yeah, totally.
I keep wanting to say DMT, and I'm like, no, that's the drug. Okay, DTM. Well, what is that again?
So do you ladies have any tips that you could share with the audience on really being able to prioritize your self-care?
Yeah, it's just at the end of the day, I think it's making time for yourself and really listening to what you need. So a lot of times we try to like visualize, you know, what does our best life look like? And then how does that correspond to what you're doing in your daily life? Like, what's your structure of your day? We wake up every morning, we like to work out, we get our minds right, we get on the same page, and then you know, plateauing into or pushing ourselves into the regular day. How do you cut out that, you know, 15 minutes to meditate? I know some people spoke on that before, and then going in and, you know, getting a manicure and getting a massage, your shoulders out of your ears, and, you know, taking the time to feel good about yourself.
Right. And we like to say, like, self-care Sunday. That's always, like, I feel like a good day to just check in and give yourself the morning. Maybe you go in and you get like a 30-minute massage or a mini facial. There's little services that we also offer to really meet the modern day person. And we know everyone's lives are hectic and crazy, so.
Because I don't have a whole half day to dedicate as much as I need to express.
Sure, right. And that's kind of the way we set our spas up. So you can come in, you can get a 30-minute massage, you can get a 60-minute massage, you can get a 90-minute massage. You get the full time, there's no fluff. It's not cut down to 40 minutes where people advertise a full hour and then you're looking at your clock and you're like, and yeah, we try to hit the mark with a real high quality service at a really affordable price point.
And Sandspa came from a very sort of personal place, right? You guys were college basketball players,
yes,
right? You always needed massages and whatnot. So tell us a little bit about that experience being college basketball players, and of course, I have to ask you about LeBron. We'll get there.
Yeah, I think just having that background of athletics, we knew why it was so important to take care of our bodies. So we understood from a young age the importance of massage and just, you know, making sure we weren't overly, you know, stressed out and whatnot. So we wanted to like bring that to the community and make it an accessible thing at an affordable price point. And then yes, we are very excited for the Lakers. We feel like we're back. We've been diehard Laker fans. I used to go to Laker games, like my mom took me back in the day, so I'm super excited. So I feel like we're back.
And where'd you guys play at? Where'd you guys play college basketball?
Cal State Fullerton.
And then I played at University of the Pacific in Stockton. Yeah, we actually were in the same league. Wow. And one of our first questions ever, if we knew we were going to be on the same wavelength, was Kobe or LeBron. Yeah. So it's kind of this weird juxtaposition because we're like, we love Kobe so much, and now we have LeBron, and we're like, do we like LeBron? And yeah, it is. It's a lot to process still. It's a lot to process. Yeah.
So how did you guys meet? Was it through the league?
Yeah,
cool.
Yeah. Mutual friends.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's so inspiring. You guys are completely inspiring, and I think it's cool to break the stigma of the you know, gay woman, and like it's, you know, all the aesthetics and everything else. It's the stigma that needs to be broken through. So thank you so much for all that as well.
Tell people where they can come to the Sandspa, follow you.
Awesome. Well, our locations are in Manhattan and Hermosa Beach. We're opening in a couple of hotels across Los Angeles, so be ready for that. Woo! You can follow us at the Sandspa and
at RDTM Life.
Yeah.
Love it.
All right. Yes.
Doing the most.
That's right.
Doing the most. Thank you so much. We really
Thanks for having us.
Stay tuned. We'll be back with more Good Morning La La Land.
Hey.
You got this, girl. Here we go.
Oh my God, you're gonna make me laugh.
That was a good practice run, though. It was a practice run, a little slow on the uptick. Let's.
Hi, my name is Jessie Golden, and I am the creator of The Golden Secrets, a completely, no, hang on a second, sorry. Can we start over?
I'm Wendy Brokaw. I'm Paula Marshall. By the way, this is politics, okay? This is not ticks. I hated it. Let's do it one more time.
Well, that's why I created Just a Thought meditation recordings, so that you can meditate in your sleep. Pause it there. Can you edit it in?
Being new in town, it gives me a perspective on, oh shit, no, that was wrong. No, can we start all over? That's too much talking.
No, I'm an actress. I mean, you've seen me, hopefully.
Yeah, it's like so hard. It's so hard.
That was so hard.
Once you go chocolate, you don't want to stop it. I'll stop.
Let's do it one more time.
Bitching,
didn't work.
Complaining.
Let me do it one more time.
We're gonna do it one more time.
Ready? And action.
Do I just talk again?
If you are vegan, you get a vegan broth. Jesus, guys. Fuck. I'm blah, blah.
I wish my boobs looked like yours. Where are they?
It's single issue.
Single issue!
Single issue.
Andy, did I make it fun yet?
Thank you.
It's no longer a golden secret.
We're done!
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LALALAND. It is an incredible honor to welcome to the show Dimitri Lazo. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Welcome to the show.
It's such an incredible experience to see you in person and experience your life, because as soon as you go to your website, you see the most approachable, cool, savvy guy, and I was like, is he really that cool? You are so that cool. No wonder the likes of Paris Hilton and Meghan Markle and all these celebrities, they want to work with Dimitri.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. I really appreciate that. It takes a lot of hard work. You know, it didn't come easy, doesn't come overnight. But I'm really, really thankful and blessed to be in this position, to be able to do what I love to do. You know,
What do you love most about it?
I love the connection with people. Yeah, you know, the photography end of it, the whole technical aspect, all that stuff is kind of automatic. But it's when you meet that person and that connection that you make with them each and every time, that is the stuff that lasts a lifetime.
And really, that's an exceptional gift certain photographers have, to create that like bridge of magic. Like photographers who actually look at you and look at you in your eyes, and they not only see your soul, but they capture it. That's special.
No, it really is. You know, at the end of the day, I deal with mostly like actors, you know, and they're very, very closed off. And you have just a few minutes to really capture the essence of who that individual is. And so being able to just read people at the door and know exactly who they are, what type of person they are, and adapt to them, that is really what makes it successful.
It's so interesting though, because I think that's such a gift to have in life. What could you share with us about how to do that? How to have that interconnectedness every day outside of a studio, right? Outside of just photography. How can I connect to Rob like that? How can I connect to Erin like that?
You know what it is I don't make it about myself. I make it about the people. I never plan a photo shoot. I kind of have a general idea of what we're going to do, but you know, there's hair, there's makeup, there's a stylist, you know, I let everybody do their job. My job is to read that individual and to try to connect with them on a human level. And I think that by removing myself from the equation and really adapting to their emotions, adapting to just their mood, their vibe, I think that is what makes that instant connection. And it's not one of those things that I can actually write down step by step. It's just one of those things that I've been doing it for so long that that's basically what it is.
Yeah, it's the epitome of emotional intelligence. It's the way emotional intelligence plays out, I think, organically, right? I love that. What would you say, if you can say, what has been maybe one or two of the most memorable shoots you've ever done? Because I know that you kind of do them spontaneously, you know, they happen spontaneously.
Yeah.
Do you remember one or two shoots that have been particularly memorable for you?
You know, I remember a couple of them, definitely. There was one with Octavia Spencer, which was amazing. Now, this was right before The Help came out, so right before she became an uber star that she is today. And you know, she told me, she was like, you know what, I don't like photo shoots, you know? But we made it so efficient and it was so well done. And I remember that after she won the Oscar, that they usually get bottles of champagne, things like that. She actually sent me a bottle of champagne.
Oh,
yeah, like she actually
awesome.
remembered.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
talk about like loyalty.
Yeah.
That's pretty phenomenal.
Really
So
cool.
what would you say, you know, you've worked with all different levels of celebrities. Would you say there's some kind of character or thing that these people have that makes them seem special, that puts them in
Like a star quality.
Yeah, like a star quality.
That je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, you know what it is? Listen, to me, to be an actor, you have to be special, right? You think about it, they play all of these different characters. They make you believe that who they are playing is really that individual, right? And so I think there's this special quality that when you can have a performance like that, there's something really amazing about that, you know what I mean? And at the end of the day, everyone's different, right?
Yeah.
So everyone has something special and different to bring to the table, and I think that's what I really appreciate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So where from here? What's your next vision? What's your aspiration?
Man, that's like trying to plan a photo shoot.
I love that.
Well, tell us a little bit about the SB event coming up.
The SB event is really cool. You guys should come, please.
We'd love to.
Yeah, so what we do is every year we do an annual sports issue. It's sports and athletes. And what we do is we feature some of the best athletes in their fields. This year we have CJ Lana Perry, who is a WWE star. And we have Seema Sadaker, who's in the LPGA. We have Justin Peck, who does like off-road truck racing and things like that. So we got some really cool people, and not just the major sports, but the sports that usually people don't think about. So we celebrate that at the ESPYs event. So it's a pre-ESPY party. It happens a day before the ESPYs. All the athletes are usually in town. And we just take advantage of the fact that they're here, and we have a nice little big party. It's really cool.
I love that. A nice little big party.
Yeah. And now that LeBron is in town, hopefully he comes. Yeah. That would be amazing.
You see any reason why not?
Yeah.
I'm sure his calendar's
It's in his backyard.
Yeah, LeBron, if you're listening, there's a nice little big party here in LALALAND. We'd like you to be a part of it.
I gotta feel you get some pretty hot shots out of it too,
right?
Yeah.
So where can people find you and work with you?
Well, they can definitely find the magazine, which is Regard Magazine, at Regard Mag on Instagram or regardmag.com. And if you want to find me personally, my Instagram is at Dimitri L, DIMITRYL, and or DimitriL.com.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for all your beautiful
No,
work.
thank you. Appreciate you guys.
Look forward to this little big party. So
Yes.
stay tuned, you guys. We'll be right back.
For you, in this moment, what feels most true to you?
The three of you. Really grounded and present and like honored to be sitting with other like-minded individuals. I think that it's so important with everything that's going on in the world that this is our now, that this is hopefully the future. And, because of the experience with certain things on TV in the past, it's heartbreaking. And it's heartbreaking to watch, and it's heartbreaking to see other people go through it. And people out there watching it don't really understand what it does to your psyche and to your heart. It's just tragic. And so I think what you guys are doing here is absolutely just a gift.
This is my sanity.
I can see that.
There's so much insanity in my life and uncertainty. This is my truth.
I have a hard time saying no to. One is a boy in a band, and the second is a Snickers bar. So I wrote a song about both.
I hear you, sister.
Chasing you down like an ice cream truck. Every damn time that my phone lights up, I'll be salivating at the sound of what's up. Yeah, what's up? Boy, you're delicious. It's too bad you ain't nutritious. When you say my name, it's like candy. When you kiss my lips, it's like candy. You're no good for me, you're like candy. You're like candy, hey.
Oh, thank you guys.
Love addiction. I hear it. Wow.
Do you guys want to be my backup singer?
I was like, okay, you guys, come on. We need to get vulnerable here.
Totally. I think it's okay to pepper it in, and I love beautiful content, and I've always been a fan of putting out really quality content, but at the same time, I think that it's really important for my industry to tell their story. The mission has definitely been to inspire women to be the best version of themselves and kind of be an example and a role model for a lot of girls that are reading my blog.
What's been the biggest challenge for you in doing this, in building this business?
Ooh, the biggest challenge, I think, is how consistent you really have to be. So what I've had to do is learn that I'm like a cell phone. I have 100% charge and it goes down to 1%. And when it's down there, I need to step back, recharge. The consistency of creating content, it can be a lot, but I think I love it. And
Live from Los Angeles, welcome back to Good Morning LaLa, and we are about ready to toast to these Monday vibes with Tinto Amarillo and Anish Patel. Welcome to the show. How are you today?
Thank you for having me.
Thank you
Thanks
for being
coming
here.
down.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about what you've created. It's the red wine of this summer.
Yeah, absolutely. So in Spain, they have a very great wine cocktail culture. And usually when I say that, people automatically think sangria. But the funny thing is, in Spain, sangria is primarily served at bars and restaurants for the tourists. The locals drink a variety of different cocktails throughout different regions, and one of the most popular is something called tinto de verano, or red wine of the summer. The difference in construction, it uses only lemon and citrus, so it's much lighter, very effervescent, and it's just perfect for the summer.
Wow.
The wine over there is amazing. I know they don't have any of the chemicals generally in it, and the table wine is like better than any of the wines here in America. It's amazing.
Absolutely.
So tell us more about this one.
Well, yeah, let's
why
be
don't we
real.
crack it
Why
open
don't we crack
and
it
give
open
it a
and let's
taste?
really talk about it. Ready? Here we go.
1, 2, 3.
Woo! Ooh, I didn't expect it to sparkle. I love that. And there's only 110 calories in this can.
Absolutely.
Sign me up. That is less than a glass of wine.
Yep.
Wow.
So I love that you do meditation in the morning.
Yes,
and then you're
absolutely.
drinking wine spritzers in the afternoon.
Yes,
Hey,
I am.
I mean,
That's so LALALAND, right?
It's really good though. Really
It's
good.
really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's soft. It's light. Appreciate it.
Love
Wow.
Thank you.
So
Appreciate it.
tell us a little bit about your personal journey. I mean, you were just roaming Spain, drinking the
Absolutely.
summer wine, and you thought, I'm going to put it in a can and bring it to America?
Well, so I lived and studied in Spain for a little bit, about 4 years ago. And every day after class, we would go out and lay on the beach, and the vendors would run up and down shouting, agua, cerveza, tinto de verano, water, beer, tinto.
Yes.
And they would sell it in cans. So this whole concept kind of originated from the authentic experience of how they experience it when you're laying on the beach in Spain. So that's kind of where the idea generation happened. And then after that, I was like, all right, I think this is something I want to do. And I just started working on it, just doing the R&D and trying to figure it out.
And you make it sound so easy. So you just started working on it. I decided to make a wine company and put it in a can. I mean, that takes an incredible amount of dedication to build your business.
Yeah. So actually, it was a 2-year process. About 2 years ago, I graduated from college and I started my career as an investment banker. And the plan was do 2 years of banking and in the background kind of work on it and then try and launch the company. But as fate would have it, I grew very ill. Had to quit my job about 6 months in. Got in a massive car accident. My spine was broken. A bunch of my organs were crushed.
Oh, wow.
It was a whole process. And so I spent a good 6 months after that in a hospital bed in my parents' living room. And during that time, I did the R&D. I worked on the branding. I worked on the packaging, trying to figure out what is it that you have to do to start a wine company. And so roughly about almost a year ago, I came to the point where it was like, what do you do next? Do you go back to the corporate world, or do you actually start this thing that you've been working on for 6 months? And I kind of pulled the trigger. I said, all right, let's do it.
Did that 6 months sort of in bed, was it a catalyst for you pulling the trigger and taking the risk? Sometimes that, those kind of experiences put people more in touch with their own mortality and things of that nature. What was it for you that allowed you to pull the trigger?
I think it was a question of why not, right? And the reasons were really just security, right? Like that was the real reason for why not to take the risk. And I said, that's not a good enough reason for me not to do it. And so I pulled the trigger.
I love that.
Wow.
The question of the day is, what do you need to give up or let go of to have more freedom? So what did you need to give up? That security?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely the security, because I think, traditionally, like our mindsets are a little bit anxiety driven, right? Like our anxiety tells us what to do, and that's why we run after it. And security kind of helps you defer from that. And
it's interesting too, because you say security, but really it's just the illusion of it.
yes,
right?
absolutely.
Absolutely, yeah, because the anxiety in your head is just junk. It's not reality, so...
yeah, and any job can be over any time, so there's really not really a security.
Yeah, there could be a life-changing accident that puts you in bed for 6 months, or without the use of your arm for 5 years. I mean, you never know. That security can be ripped from you.
Yep, absolutely.
But it is a leap for most people who are thinking about traditional jobs and how do they leap into entrepreneurship. And so what would you tell the person out there that's wanting to take that leap?
Well, I would say 2 things. One, really know yourself. Know why you want to take that leap, right? I think there's 2 schools of thought. There's the people who think, oh, if I quit my job and do something on my own, I'm going to be happier automatically. And then there's the ones who want to create, have something better that they want to do, have a better mousetrap that they want to release, right? I feel like if you fit in that second category, go jump in, dive into it. If you're in the first, maybe you need to look inward a little bit and figure out what's going on, as opposed to just trying to jump into the grass is greener. And the other is use common sense. So there's a lot of gurus, books, and anybody is an expert in how to start your business. Just use your own common sense and don't necessarily pay attention to all the noise, because that's going to be your best friend through everything.
Common sense ain't that common.
I was like, it's
You have extraordinary sense.
my best friend or my worst enemy, because sometimes I don't want to trust what I'm telling myself. No, that can't be. That's not what I want to hear, Jesslyn.
There's a balance for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess like I said, I meditate every day, right? Once I brought that practice into my day-to-day, I just stopped paying attention to the anxiety and the past, and with that, I just started acting on things in the present. And my common sense hasn't failed me yet. So,
I love it. Do you have any mentors or people who inspire you?
No, I kind of look at everyone as my equal. So no one is below me, no one is above me. That kind of lets me walk into any situation and just handle it.
Cool.
Just look in that mirror to be
You're
inspired.
a cool cat.
I know. What do you got?
Really cool.
We need to plan a trip to Spain.
Oh,
right?
absolutely. Let's go. I'm down.
I love it over there, right? Such an inspiration. I'm so proud of you. This is awesome.
Thank you.
And it tastes amazing.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Where can we find it?
Pavilions. Every single pavilion store in LA County, Orange County, and I think there's 1 or 2 in San Diego now.
Look at you go.
And tell us a little bit about the name so we remember it's...
Tinto Amorillo. So tinto means Spanish red wine, right? And Amorillo is your love affair, so it's your Spanish wine affair.
You could say anything in Spanish and Jesslyn is going to buy
I'll
it.
take 2, please. 2 summer Spanish love affairs for 110 calories.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for
We're
having
really
me, guys.
excited for your
appreciate
journey.
it.
Such a pleasure.
So great.
Thank you.
Stay tuned.
So
We'll
nice
be
to
back
meet
with more on Good Morning La La Land.
Welcome back to Good Morning La La Land here on Motivation Monday. We've got a full cast of characters. They're all sharing their wisdom today. I think the question of the day was really, what do we need to let go of, or what do you need to let go of to experience more freedom in your life? So maybe we'll start with the ladies.
Yeah, you have to let go of fear. We're firm believers that on the other side of fear is your best life and your greatest opportunity for growth. And I think we were brought up to feel like we should be average. And it's okay to fail. You learn so much from that, but you might surprise yourself and end up.
Yeah.
Have you surprised yourself?
I think so. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Every day.
Yeah?
Yeah. We wake up every day and we just can't. We're so grateful. So cool. Letting go of fear has kind of helped us put a demand on our potential, and yeah, we do surprise ourselves sometimes. So we do believe that if you let go of fear and you put that out into the world, that the universe will come up and meet those expectations, and then you're off to the races from there.
Right.
So
I love that. Put a demand on your potential.
I love that.
That's good.
Yeah. Tweet that.
Mic drop. Right there. Wow.
Oh, I kind of already touched on this, right? Just letting go of that anxiety, letting go of the junk in your head, and just be present. That's it.
Let go of that inner crackhead.
Yeah.
I was up there wanting to fix. What about you, Rob?
Like I was saying, letting go of control. Sometimes, we tend to overthink things. We tend to just take things a little bit too far and going, oh, I'm stressed out about, having to do everything myself and having to make sure that it's the best that it can possibly be, when sometimes you just got to let go, let the process do what it's doing, and let the people around you do what they're supposed to be doing.
That's good talk.
Yeah. What about you, Rob?
I would say negativity. It's so easy because in the world that we live in, everything weighs us down, whether it's the news, whether it's politics, whether it's people, whatever the case is. And I think that if you are willing to let go of that negativity, that you're going to have so many more opportunities. And it's been told to me before that life is 20% what happens to you, 80% is how you react to it. So really, how our lives turn out really has much to do with our attitude. And I think if we focus on that, we got a good life coming.
Right?
Preach. We talk about freedom, but I'm wondering, what does freedom mean to you, and what does it feel like? Rob mentions it all the time, and he's like, it's just peace.
Yeah.
What is freedom to you?
I had an amazing experience recently. I just got back from Beirut. Beirut is in the Middle East, and I was able to see so many different people coexist. Whether they were Jews, whether they were Muslims, whether they were Christians. I mean, I saw a mosque and a church right next door to each other. And you're seeing varying degrees of people. So what is freedom? I believe that it's really a decision. It's a decision to want to be good, to want to be open, and it's what you make out of it at the end of the day.
Love that.
Going deep into questions.
We are on the sofa. We are on somebody's sofa today. So.
It's time to get real. And I mentioned earlier about releasing expectation that I put on my life and that I put on others, and I think that feels so free, right? And it's also the release from having to sacrifice or compromise, and to be in a space that there is no judgment around who you are, and you're just loved because of that. And we have a very unique opportunity to do that, especially here in La La Land, right? Where our hopes and our dreams are sponsored, and they're appreciated, and they're fostered and cultivated more so than any other place in the whole world, right? We hold space for that. That's incredibly freeing, in my opinion.
I want more of that sponsored dream life.
I
Get that memo. I want that sponsored life.
See, that was me just sliding
that. Very well done, Justin.
Thank you.
Well, I do think, that's why, for me, spirituality is all about freedom. It's really knowing that we're, using this energy, and we get to use it for good, and know that we are the cause of our own lives, and we get to make new decisions as a culture, as individuals, and so on and so forth. So I'm just so honored to have all you guys here. Thank you for all of your inspiration. And keep it up, you guys. So
Absolutely. Next Monday.
We'll be here. And America's first live streaming daily talk show, coming to you Monday through Friday at 9 a.m. on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. Now also available on Apple TV and Roku. And of course, you can listen to all of these interviews as a podcast on iTunes.
Please like, share, and comment, you guys. We're waking up the world together. May you have a divine, amazing, motivational Monday. Big hug.
Good morning,
La La Land.